What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. I'm your host, Tyrone Cross, and I'm here bringing you boring, lame, unentertaining, disinteresting. Did I even write this? Who wrote this? Nah, I'm just playing. I'm not even reading anything. I never have a script. I'm just running out of different ideas for intros. And that one was different. So, check. But one thing that will never change is my full appreciation for your guys' love and support. So if you like this video, if you like any of my videos, then turn them into hitchhikers. You know, give them a thumbs up. The rumor is if you do that, my video gets out more often to more people. And we can't let YouTube stop me. Don't let YouTube stop me.
No one can stop me.
Now, let me get into this video. This video, it's gonna split the crowd into two halves. On one side, we're gonna have men and good women. And on the other side, we're gonna have boss bitches. Women that expect everything handed to them undeservedly. For no reason at all. Just because they're a woman and they exist. And I came across a perfect example of this on TikTok. Cause in this TikTok, there's a loving husband who decided to take his lovely wife out to a birthday dinner. And apparently some of her friends were invited. Well, after the dinner, they all expected him to pay for their dinner. Why? Because he was the only man at the table. So you already know. Let's view it.
I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate texts? It's all women here. We got a
No,
text.
but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table.
I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying with credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We doing split checks, bro?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you
the.
participate.
I know we ain't got shit. I know.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday, for real. Don't.
Okay, well,
we're
it don't
not.
matter to me because I didn't have anything.
No.
I didn't get
no.
Whether, but you
It's
still
Donnie's
paid.
birthday.
Wait a minute. We're not
I
doing
don't pay
this.
for nothing that I didn't get.
But you
No,
came
but you
though.
sat at
so
the
you still-
table.
So what? You don't pay for a seat.
Okay, well, yes. No.
Listen,
There's
I don't
gratuity
care. I don't
and
care.
everything on this
I don't care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order. I didn't have anything. I just showed up.
Well, I'm sorry. Dave, but you always pay, like, you're the only man at the table. You're not going to pay the check?
If it's, but I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your
Only
best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right
He's
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay,
No,
first.
if that was the case, I'd have just took you out
Are
so
you
much of
being
your
sick?
birthday.
Dre, are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry. I have a...
Now I know y'all saw that. Did you see how they tried to bully him, pressure him into paying that $700 bill? And their whole justification for it was because he's the only man at the table. So if there was 2 men at the table, then those 2 men would have to split it. If there were 7 men at the table, then they each would have had to pay $100. And I can tell you this right now, those are those boss bitches. I'm an independent woman. I don't need a man type of women. How do I know? Because they were single. Those type of women stay single. Why? Because men don't want them. They don't want to deal with the headache. They don't want to deal with the headache. And like I said before, an independent boss bitch or whatever you want to call yourself is still not the same thing as a man. I said this before. The reason why you guys get careers or good jobs or make your own money or however you want to see it is to prove that you don't need a man. The reason why a man gets a career or gets a good job is because he has to, because he can't rely on anybody else. There's no choice about it. Women do it with a choice. They're choosing a path. Men do it because we have no one else to fall on to. Even if a woman makes money and a man makes money in a household, if that household falls apart, who are they gonna blame? And this situation right here also proves another dynamic of exactly what I was just talking about. When it comes down to it, women expect hand-me-downs. They expect people to step up and take care of certain things. This right here showed it perfectly. All these women who were invited, probably by his wife, all decided that they didn't have to pay. They weren't told they didn't have to pay. They just decided, since you're inviting me to a restaurant, somebody else is paying for it. Now let's reverse the roles of this situation. Let's say a man is inviting his boys out to dinner, out to a birthday dinner to a restaurant or something. None of his boys are going to assume that they're not paying for their own meal or their own drinks. None of them. Either they're going to expect him to say, don't worry about it, I got the tab. Or if they can't or don't want to pay for themselves, they'll say something like, I'm broke right now, trying to throw it out there that I'll go if someone else can cover me. Or they automatically assume that they're paying for themselves. But never, ever, ever do men assume that someone's paying for them. They just don't. They might hope. They might put hints out there that they want you to pay for them. They might even try to trick you into paying for them. But they never assume that someone's just taking care of their tab. That's a major difference between men and women. Every single female friend that she invited expected another man to pay for their meal. Every single one. Not one of them stood up and said, I don't think he should pay for my meal. I was invited, but I'm a grown-up with my own job. Not a single boss bitch stood up and said that. Not one boss bitch. They all turned into subordinate bitches instantly. And I can't emphasize enough, their whole reason behind the whole thing, their whole argument was because he was the only man at the table. And like he said, if this is how he thought it was gonna go down, he would have just took his wife out by himself. But he wanted to make it more about his wife, get some of her friends involved, but apparently all her friends are tight asses. Well, not physically, well, probably physically too, but I meant, with their bank account. And this is a warning to all you boss bitches that were at that table. I remember your faces, so I better not catch you on any TikTok talking about you're an independent woman or any podcast talking about how you're a boss bitch. I better not see any of that, or I'm putting you on blast because you couldn't pay for one dinner on your girl's birthday. And honestly, that dude's wife should be embarrassed of her friends. For all her friends to go in on her husband like that on her birthday is just crazy. Like $700 is nothing. $700 for one night of food? Are you kidding me? And I have no doubt that since they thought that some man had to pay their tab, that they had no courtesy whatsoever on what they ordered off that menu. They're probably like,
will there at least be like 3 men there, right? Well, definitely one. Order up.
But this is just another classic case on how women can bend the rules on how they think life should be. One minute they don't need a man, they don't need their money, they make their own money, and then the next second, you're the only man at the table, you should pay for all of us. But now that you know, if you're a man, do not eat dinner with a bunch of females by yourself. All I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think he should have had to pay for all their dinners because he's the only man at the table? Or do you think they wanted him to pay for all their dinners because he was the only man at the table? But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit checker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's why I keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.